Have you been cranking out TRX exercises but still not seeing any real muscle definition? That's because you're missing the muscle-centric technique that actually triggers growth. So in this video, I'm going to show you the 8 best TRX moves for total body lean muscle, how to use this technique on each one, and a simple 3-day weekly plan that's helped over 8,000 people finally see results. To start, let me show you how to build athletic legs without ever needing a squat rack. This exercise builds your quad muscles at the front of your legs, especially this outer quad muscle here that gives you that athletic shape. Most people squat wide because that's what they learned in the gym. But we're actually going to squat narrow, and I'll show you exactly why in a second. Start by standing with your feet close together in a narrow stance, feet pointing straight. Before you even move, push your feet outwards against the floor and squeeze your quad muscles hard. Then slowly squat down over 2 seconds. And make sure to continue actively pressing your feet outwards against the floor as you do. This is crucial because it shifts tension directly onto your quad muscles. Pause briefly at the bottom, then drive back up, still pressing outwards as you rise over 2 seconds. At the top, give an extra hard quad squeeze for another 2 seconds. This narrow squat technique also reduces stress on your knees because it loads the muscles instead of the joint, helping you build leg strength safely. Next up, chest. Now you might expect me to show you a chest press here, but I'm actually going to show you a chest dip variation instead. And here's why this matters. This dip lets you get a deeper stretch on your chest muscles, which means a bigger range of motion. And a bigger range of motion means better muscle development. Set your straps to a long length and place them under your arms, holding the straps. Straighten your arms and then focus on squeezing your chest muscles hard by trying to make your elbows touch each other. That action is the key to activating chest muscle tension. Then slowly lower yourself down over 2 seconds. Now watch this part at the bottom. Focus on contracting your shoulder blades back to open up your chest and feel a deep stretch. Pause here for a second, then push down and away to rise back up over another 2 seconds. As you reach the top, focus on bringing your elbows together again to really squeeze your chest muscles hard. If you've downloaded my free guide, The 7 Skills to Build Muscle Suspension Trainer, link below, you'll recognize this as the mind-muscle skill in action. Next, let me show you how to build arms that look defined at rest. Most people only focus on their biceps, but if you want arms that look defined, you need to build your tricep muscles, because they make up 2/3 of your upper arm mass. So get the straps over your shoulders with an overhand grip and straighten your arms out in front of you. Now push down and away. You should feel the back of your arms wake up. That's your triceps firing. Then bend your elbows and slowly lower yourself down over 2 seconds. Once your arms are fully bent, push down and away by squeezing your tricep muscles to fully straighten your arms over 2 seconds. Once you get to the top, really focus your mind on squeezing your tricep muscles hard for another 2 seconds. You should feel your triceps popping at the top. That's what creates the horseshoe definition. Next, let me show you how to build broad shoulders without ever doing a dumbbell press. This exercise targets your middle shoulder muscle, which is the muscle that creates those broad athletic shoulders. And it's also a main stabilizer to protect your shoulder joint from injury. So grab the handles and lift your arms into a T shape. Keep a slight bend in your elbows, shoulders centered, not pinched back. Then walk your feet forward just a bit to create tension. Then slowly lower yourself down over 2 seconds. Now here's the key. Stop before your hands come together. Go too far and you'll start hanging through the joint, losing all tension on your middle shoulder muscle. Lose tension, lose growth. Now pull back up into that T shape over 2 seconds by focusing on driving the back of your hands to the outer walls. Then at the top, keep driving your hands outward to squeeze your shoulders and hold it there for another 2 seconds. Keep your shoulders centered, not retracted back. That's what maintains middle shoulder muscle tension. Now let's move on to the back of your legs to fix knee and hip pain. If you've only been training quads and ignoring hamstrings, you're setting yourself up for knee problems down the line because your knee joint needs balanced strength front and back to stay healthy. So start with your feet in the straps and lift your bum off the ground. Then squeeze your hamstrings and drive your heels towards your bum over 2 seconds. Imagine you're trying to crush a ball between your heels and bum. Then at the top, hold this squeeze for another 2 seconds. Now don't make this mistake. Slowly lower your feet down, resisting gravity, but stop just before your legs straighten. Don't fully straighten them and rest, or you lose tension on the hamstring muscles. Then squeeze your hamstrings hard and repeat the exercise movement. This next one is arguably the best bicep builder with a suspension trainer. But here's the problem. Most people either hang at the bottom with straight arms, which completely loses tension on the bicep muscle, or they swing up and down without any control. Neither of these build your biceps effectively. So if you're just starting out, here's what you need to focus on to build them. First, let's talk about the bottom position. The key thing is to keep tension on the bicep muscle at all times, which is what drives the muscle growth. So at the bottom, stop just before your arms fully straighten. Keep a slight bend just before you come back up to maintain the tension on the bicep muscle. Now let's talk about the top position as you curl up. Focus on squeezing the bicep muscle hard at the top and hold that position. Really contract and squeeze it hard. That squeeze focus is your mind and muscle connection, and the isometric tension it creates builds your bicep muscles. Now, if you spent years at your desk, your upper back is probably weak and rounded forward. This next exercise reverses that damage. It strengthens your upper back and rear shoulder muscles to pull your shoulders back into proper alignment, so you get a strong athletic frame with good posture. Start at the top, elbows pulled back and chest out. Create a slight angle, then slowly lower yourself down over 2 seconds, resisting that gravity. As you reach the bottom, actively push your arms forward to stretch your upper back. Don't just fall into a hang or you lose tension on the back muscles. Then focus on driving your elbows up and out to pull up over 2 seconds, and hold that squeeze at the top for another 2 seconds. Now, none of this matters if your core can't support the movements, but here's what most people don't realize. It's not the surface abs, the six-pack muscles, that are the real powerhouse. It's the deep core stabilizers underneath. That's why when most people plank, their core remains weak. Here's what they miss. You've got to focus on squeezing your core and then drawing in your belly button back towards your spine. This is how you strengthen your deep transverse abdominals. Powerful core stabilizing muscles. So first, get into the plank position with your bum just above parallel. Squeeze your entire core to maintain this position. Now here's the key part. Once you're holding this position, then focus on drawing your belly button back towards your spine and hold it for as long as you can. Here's the thing, knowing these 8 exercises is only half the battle. Now let's put them together in a weekly workout plan with the right exercise tempo. Do this routine 3 times a week. Legs narrow squat, 2 sets of 8 to 12 reps. Then chest dips, 2 sets of 6 to 8 reps. Then tricep close press, 2 sets of 8 to 10 reps. Then the shoulders T-shape, 2 sets of 8 to 10 reps. Legs hamstring curls, 2 sets of 4 to 6 reps. Then the bicep curls, 2 sets of 8 to 10 reps. Then your back with the high rows with 2 sets of 6 to 8 reps. And finally your core plank. Hold it for 2 sets for as long as you can. After 3 weeks, increase the sets to 3 for each exercise. Now here's the tempo to use. For every exercise except the plank, use a 2-2-2 tempo. That means take 2 seconds on the upward phase, squeezing the target muscle to cause the movement, 2 seconds hold at the top, focusing on squeezing the target muscle extra hard, then 2 seconds on the downward negative phase, maintaining tension on the target muscle. But remember this, these 8 exercises build a complete athletic body, but most people struggle with one specific area, core strength. If you've got a weak core from years of desk work, those planks alone won't be enough. Your deep core muscles need more targeted attention to protect your back and support every movement you make. So watch this video next and I'll show you 7 TRX moves for deep core strength. Pick the 2 to 3 that target your specific weak points and add them to your weekly plan.